Hello everyone, welcome back to another review here on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the GRC Francesco Bernoulli color changer. Now you might be asking, Gerald, why is the camera shaky? Well, it's because unfortunately my tripod broke, like two of its stands broke, and I couldn't really find any other way to prop it up. So for these next couple of videos in the package like this, you will be seeing it being a little shaky, but hopefully I get a new tripod and that'll go away soon. But for now, you're just gonna have to get used to this for the time being, and hopefully I'll try my best to not make it look as distracting. But anyways, let's not focus on that. Let's take a look at this color changer. So as you can see, we have the nice color changer artwork, which actually does reflect the diecast packaging of the GRCs, which is pretty cool. With the color changer's logo, of course, he goes from his normal red to yellow, which is a classic color combination we've seen usually on McQueen, but they do it on some other characters, so it's pretty cool. We have the 2-in-1 Francesco Bernoulli. The GRC logo is behind. Of course, on the back, you can see he just changed from his normal red color to the yellow, but so unfortunately only the red part changes. The white and the green pretty much stay the same, which is a little unfortunate. I think I would have loved if this white turned yellow too, but I mean, we'll see how it is. Maybe it might be better than it's showing right now. But yeah, that about does it for the packaging, and I'll be right back with this Francesco all opened up. Alright, so here's this Francesco out of the package, and I gotta say, he does not look as vibrant as he did in the back of the packaging, but that's the case with a lot of the color changes, unfortunately. They are often much duller compared to the stock images, so that is a little disappointing. But I mean, it's not as bad as like one of the road trip McQueens that changed from a silver to a purple, where in reality it's supposed to change from silver to red. But I think it's because those two are like on the opposite ends of this color spectrum, so it's gonna be a little bit more harder to get that exact color change. But for Francesco, since it's red to yellow, they're relatively close in the color scale, so it works. I mean, that's why McQueen usually has that a color combination, because you'll get that one weird instance where they change into colors that are not the normal color. Like I think there was a Colors 2 McQueen that changed from yellow to black, so that was pretty cool. But most colors changes, they just change from the normal color to the different color. So that's a little rundown. I guess we can start reviewing, since I mean we have no media to go alongside the GRC, but we are going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of the diecast, because it is pretty much the same, just with like not as detailed. So first off, the expressions are quite a bit different. He just looks, this one he just looks a little more smug. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, he looks almost smug in his, and the eyes. He really looks a little more calmer. He also has a closed mouth versus a open mouth on the diecast. I gotta say, for being a color changer, the decals are a lot more clearer than on the actual diecast. But of course, this is a sticker, so these are gonna start peeling off over time. But we do have the one with the Italian flag logo on the nose here. Of course, the splitters here, which they don't have any detail. They don't have that blue trim that the diecast has, so that's what I meant. These color changes aren't going to be as detailed as the diecast. Of course, nothing on the side as well. And also, they just cheap out on the wheels. Like, they don't say utility tires, pasta potenza. They're just blank wheels. Because he does have red in the front, green in the back. Which, again, they do look a little bit more vibrant than the diecast. You can see, yeah, this is definitely more of a lighter green. This is more of a washed out green. So, let's pros and cons to both. The blue trim is missing all throughout the little diecast. Actually, let me see. Okay, yeah, I can see it there. So, there's that. Let's actually get a top view of the two Francescos. There we go. Because he's always had his side view mirrors, but it's obviously in the yellow color versus the red color in the diecast. And we will do the color changing in a little bit. I forgot to mention it, but I just wanted to compare how this color changing stands with the diecast. And look at that. The GRC #1 logo on top of his exhaust pipe, that's actually a little bluer than on the diecast. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than this. Of course, where are these produced? Vietnam. So classic Vietnam. They do the tiles pretty well. Looks like mine's got a little bit of scuffing. That's not what I like to see. But yeah, they get the vibrancy of the tiles quite well. The decals are pretty clear for being, even though those stickers. But stuff like this, where it's painted, is, yeah, no, it looks ugly. The white almost looks a little little blue on the camera. I don't know what's coming up in person. It's coming out blue for some reason. I feel like this white is a little bit more better on the diecast, because we do have the hexagonal patterns on this color changer, but I mean, not as prevalent as on the diecast. He doesn't have any on the roof. The green, though, is a lot more vibrant on the color changer than it is on the diecast. Less fuzzy looking, because we have the GRC logo on the side, and on the spoiler, pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure this is a sticker. Yeah, this is a sticker. On the back, we do have this exhaust pipe. Like the top of the exhaust pipe colored in green. It's just left blank on the color changer. This part is in yellow for some reason, whereas the diecast has it in black. I don't know why that is. And yeah, this side is pretty much the same. I don't think he has a sponsor. So, more interestingly, this little part is in gray versus black. The black looks way better, honestly. It makes it look less cheap. Yeah, no sponsors, which is pretty interesting. Just a little nub here. It's on black, thankfully. So yeah, that about does it for the review of this guy. I mean, that's not much to say. I call GRC Francesco with less detail than the diecast. So there's that. I mean, if you want to get a cheap version of Francesco, this is available, since this guy was only one case for some reason. I don't know why, but if you don't have him, this was not a bad option. It's not a bad substitute. Of course, comparing him to the regular Francesco, Francesco did get a regular color changer in 2020, but I don't have that version. That was kind of what I did not care about, the color changes. And I still don't, honestly. I'm not a fan of the line. I think obviously it's welcome, but they do some cool new releases. And here's a mini version of GRC Francesco, which even has a more different expression. Look at that, even they got the tile linings right. Why can't this one have? Come on, Mattel. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I stopped collecting color changers in like 2023. Yeah, 2023, because I just think there weren't any interesting ones. I only have 3. Of course, Steam McQueen, Sally, and Doc. The one that goes from blue to red. That's pretty awesome. And here he is next to GRC McQueen, which they have that as a color changer, and I do want to pick that one up just to kind of have alongside Francesco. What is that? So yeah, they are also doing some amazing rescue color changes, so maybe I'll get those, maybe not, depending on how different I will see. So yeah, that about does it for the review, but we're not done with the video yet. It's time for the color change. So I'll get the cups and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have the color changing setup. Dynamic McQueen represents the cold water, Carlson McQueen represents the hot water. So let's dip him in cold water. I do believe this is supposed to be his normal color. Ooh, he's not changing. He's changing. Okay, completely. Yep. So, there we go. Oh. Turn it back. Shake him up a little bit. There we go. So it's okay. Okay, so a pretty nice red. I'm comparing it to the diecast. Yeah, this red looks pretty nice. Honestly, I think this is a more of a pure red. This is more like a washed out red. So I think I kind of like this color more. It's a lot more closer to the Chinese version of Francesco Bernoulli. Yeah, even bringing up the normal Thailand version. Yeah, I don't know why this red looks so much more pure. I kind of like it. Of course, we have the yellow, the hot water, which will change it back to yellow. Oh, okay, well, the yellow is nice. I think I'll probably keep it like this, honestly. Not the red, but the yellow is nice. Okay. So strange. Something is in there. I think that's indicated. Anyways, let's do a half and half combo. Okay, let's change it back color quickly. This is kind of cool. I just did it. Superhero from Francesco. It's pretty cool. And then turn back. Ooh, this is actually kind of nice too. You just leave it like that. He's to bring the blood of his enemies. We better watch out. He's out for blood. Spoiler is out for blood. Back. Okay, really cool. So yeah, that about does it for the color changing aspect of GRC Francesco. Actually, let's do a half and half. I really like that one. I think it's good enough. But yeah, that about does it for this review of this guy. Thank you all so much for watching. I've actually had a lot of fun reviewing this color changer. Hopefully soon I can get some more. Hopefully I can get that GRC McQueen color changer. It's changing color on me again. And do it for you guys. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming content. See you all next time. Until then, this is Joe Quick Tire signing out.